Okay guys, my time ran out on the camera, so I'm going to show you some of the things that I wasn't able to. I was recording again, and obviously there was nothing being recorded. But I want to show you just a couple of different things. I already done the cardboard, the paper cutting, um, do some paracord with the push cut. You know, no big deal at all. No big deal. Nice and easy. Leather. Well, let's see how she does with leather for push cut. Well, not too bad, as you can see. Just nice and easy. I'm using the tip more because I can't get my hand down on the table low enough. But as you can see, she's cutting just absolutely with no effort. No effort at all. This plastic material, pretty stiff stuff here. Show it. It cuts this like butter. Just like butter. You didn't see the hair shaving, kind of getting far and few between for the hairs, but there you go. Tons of hair. See if we can get it in the background. There's a mound of hair there for you. What else can I do? I could talk about, well, actually that's enough for this. What I'll do is I'll talk about a couple of the other things I had on the table earlier. One was my G5. This is what I used to dull the knife. It's a diamond stone, 1200 and 600. I used the 600 side to go ahead and dull out the knife. This is something I actually carry for my broadheads when I go hunting. I hunt elk out here in Colorado. So that's what I used here to blunt it out. I also made mention of the kit that I carry out in the field. Here's the kit of what I used to carry, including the G5 sharpening stone. Now, I might make this and just throw it in the pack. Who knows? Or you can make it as you go, no big deal, couple minutes. But here's the difference. The Falk Niven DC3 versus my old kit. I'll give you a look at what's inside my old kit. But all I can say, fellas, this is a really good stone. It's actually worked out real well for what I just did and in the amount of time I did it in. Very nice. Homemade strop. Have some cork ends here. Quick tip for everybody who wants to make a strop. Believe it or not, this is your larger paint mixing paddle. All I did was, it's really long. It's about a foot longer than this. What I did is just cut it, about a foot off of it, and I added a piece of 8-inch leather. It's 8-inch by 2-inch, I believe, and then drilled a couple holes either end. You don't have to. You can use the wood itself to deburr, but cork is another good option, and that's what I use at home. Nothing fancy. I have a can of WD-40 up here. Watched a couple of videos that a lot of people use this to clean their sandpaper. I do use sandpaper at home. It's another option, especially working on a convex knife. It just seems to smooth out your convex a lot nicer. I'm going to give this a try. I never have, and I burn through sandpaper like you wouldn't believe. That's why they were on the table. This was just here because I cleaned my strop with a little bit of WD and then a rag, because I was going to use this initially till I came up with the idea of showing you how to do it out in the field, and I was going to prove my point by just showing you that there was no compound on the strop, and as you can see, there's none on the rag. There isn't any on the strop itself. So let me fold this before I cut myself. Getting to the kit I used to carry. Miniature strop, both sides covered with leather. Again, the cork. This one has a white compound. This one has the green compound. And actually this, instead of wasting a whole solid strip of leather, I just used 2 pieces a little thicker leather and just glued them side by side. It works just fine. I mean, you saw on my belt it had all the little holes. This isn't going to make a difference. The way you're stropping, it's not going to make a difference. Works fine, works outstanding. This stone here, couldn't tell you. When I bought it, the individual said it was the best stone he had. Don't know what it is. I don't know. I have it in here. It's pretty smooth, pretty fine, but that's what I carried in here. I have a bunch of different grits of 800. Here's some 360, 500. Here's some stropping compound, a green and a gray. I have some emery cloth. This is a 120 grit. Here is, well, no name on there. Nothing's written on there. Here's a 320 grit. Some more 500. A couple of little small C-clamps in case I was going to clamp it to the tailgate, whatever. This was just in here because actually I threw this in my DC3 case because my DC3 obviously is sitting in the new knife sheath I made. So just something to keep that occupied more than anything else. Some 1000 grit sandpaper, 600 grit sandpaper, and it just goes down. Here's some 220, just various sizes, 800, 120. But that's my kit. That's what I was carrying out to the field with me every time I went out hunting. I will more than likely still carry this because I do shoot a Montec G5 broadhead, and this is the stone that was designed to sharpen those, and it works really well. Hunting big game, this is something you want to have, sharp broadheads. So more than likely this will accompany me in my pack or some other place. This kit here probably going to be moved to like something I carry in my truck, a bug out bag, something like that. Worked well for quite a while, and basically I got this idea of assembling this kit from Kyley. It was one of his videos I watched. Oh, it's been quite a while. It was speed sharpening, I believe the name of it was, or is. If it's still up, I have no idea. But after watching that video and seeing how quick Kyley can sharpen a knife, I was very impressed and just started practicing until I was able to start getting a pretty consistent edge. And once I started getting a consistent edge, I started to refine my technique as to, you know, paying more attention to the bird, to my stropping angles, the pressure of the stropping, the compound on the strops. You know, as I showed, you know, you saw in the video before, it's not as important as everybody makes it out to be. Granted, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that it isn't helpful, it isn't useful. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this: it's not absolutely necessary. You know, if you're out in the field, you have a leather belt, why not strop your knife? If it's going to give you that much of a better edge to use, do it. You know, I mean, don't have it in your head, well, I don't have any stropping compound, this isn't going to work. It's not true. You can use anything to strop with. You can use newspaper. You use a piece of cardboard. You could use the back side of a wooden strop, a piece of wood. Once you cut, say, this out for your stone, if you make just a longer piece and you flatten it out, well, guess what? You have a strop here as well. There's so many things to be used. Use your imagination. Be creative. Try different things. You'll be surprised as what will work, what won't work. The edge on your automobile glass will work. There's so many things, fellas. Just keep trying different things, and you'll be amazed. You'll come up with some things that you know, that'll surprise you.